After being our favourite football game for a long time, Pro Evolution Soccer hits the pitch on the back foot this year. FIFA has made steady progress in the last few instalments. However, PES is hitting back this year with changes to its visuals, controls, gameplay and modes. We recently got a copy in to check it out for ourselves, and here's what we thought. The first thing that grabbed our attention was how much effort Konami has put into the game's engine this year. Players are instantly recognisable, and it's a huge improvement on PES 2009, where some players didn't look anything like their real-world counterparts. Not only do the animations look more fluid, but replays and close-ups reveal an impressive amount of detail, with such minute details as arm hair and sweat revealed when viewed closely. Despite improved models, characters could do with more animated facial expressions, and we found they had a tendency to look a bit dead-eyed in replays. In addition to revamped visuals, another big change this year is the gameplay. PES has returned to its simulation roots this year, and from our time with the game it felt easier to create space and get the ball through poor defensive lines, which should offer more challenge when playing defensively. While we were previously told that Konami was not implementing 360-degree control this year, the developer has done a backflip and taken a leaf out of the FIFA 10 book to add the new analog control scheme. While seasoned fans may opt to stick to the tried and tested D-pad option, we felt that 360-degree control was marginally more responsive and well worth consideration as a primary control scheme. Champions League is back again for a second season, although it's still missing some team licenses such as Arsenal, and is reduced to 17 officially licensed teams rather than the full 32-team roster. Notwithstanding some glaring omissions, Champions League looks like it will appeal to fans of the competition, which always offers its fair share of surprises. The biggest addition to Master League this year is the inclusion of Champions and Europa League matches, and you can now play in these prestigious tournaments alongside your regular domestic league. However, unlike Champions League, you can't play Europa League matches outside of this mode. Just like a real football season, your players will participate in domestic and international leagues and get called up to play for their country, so you'll need to monitor their performance and training throughout the year. Your scout will aid in negotiations, and you can leave him to find suitable candidates for your squad and let him handle all of the negotiations directly. If you want to focus on team management rather than coaching on game day, you can simulate matches altogether in PES 2010. Another new feature is the ability to retrain current players to be able to play in new positions. You can also invest in new skills at the handsome sum of £1 million each. Investing in the penalty saver skill card, for example, will mean that your goalkeeper will save more shots on average than before, while the passer skill card will make that player more likely to perform perfectly timed passes. You also have the ability to manage your club's youth team to develop the stars of the future, as well as making decisions about your fan club. Successfully developing the fan club can result in a healthy influx of cash. This year, you'll also need to please your sponsors by meeting your contractual obligations while paying operating costs and balancing your cash flow. Konami has also implemented a new tactics system this year, which lets you adjust offensive and defensive strategies on the fly with 100 different levels of control. If your team is 1 point down in the closing stages of a match, for instance, you may find that maxing out your attacking tactics for one big final push could make all the difference between a win or a loss. Pro Evolution 2010 will be out on October 23 in Europe and November 3 in the US. For more PES goodness, check out our previous coverage and be sure to check back soon for our full review.